all the men, everybody. You guys, there's safety in numbers and strength in numbers. That's for sure.
Here we go.
This is a free call from
Dominic Pezzola.
an incarcerated individual at Alexandria Detention Center. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Dominic, what's up, buddy?
How are you?
Man, doing good, man. This is the General, Helena, and a whole bunch of other people on here listening to you, brother. I'm a retired Army, and so I'm your military brother. So we got to look out for each other. You know that. But got a little question for you, man. What do you call Marines with the IQ of 160, man?
I don't know. Air Force pilot.
a platoon.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Frank, can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure because I know the reception on anything sucks.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I can hear you fine, brother. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeah. So tell us what's up, bud.
Well, just another day of illegal incarceration. I'm sure everyone's aware of what a complete disaster these trials are, especially ours. I mean, we're going to be probably at the 16-week mark by the time this thing even wraps up and we get to what's called closing arguments. The government, I mean, their witnesses are getting destroyed one by one, so they just keep bringing in more and more ridiculous things to try to pin this whole thing on us. I don't know if everyone's aware, but I mean, just what was it? Thursday, they brought in a manager from Safeway. Safeway, the food store, I think it is. I don't know what it is. To say that we interrupted interstate commerce because they had to shut down their stores and they didn't make as much money. And I mean, it just if I swear a little bit, it's just how I am. I don't apologize.
Hey, bro, I'm a grunt, Dominic. So this is my space. So go ahead, or our space, but yeah.
So am I. I was a grunt too. So I mean, it's just total horseshit. It really is. I mean, to say that, these businesses were locked down during COVID. They were locked down during the BLM riots. When Trump was inaugurated, they destroyed the city. Everything was locked down, but they're only going to come after us because Safeway had to close early for a day because of what happened on January 6th. I mean, you literally can't make this shit up. Now, the next thing they're going to do this week is we just found out that there's 24 new people that they're going to try to basically add as unindicted co-conspirators onto our case. Basically, they're using like this tools theory that anyone who marched with us was basically incited by us. And here's the thing. Proud Boys weren't wearing colors that day. We don't know who was who. I was only in the organization for, about 27, 28 days. I only knew maybe a handful of people there. So there was people marching with us who just joined in with us who nobody knew, didn't know who they were, where they come from. And now all of a sudden the government wants to hold us responsible for all their actions on top of it.
Right.
Which means the lawyers were having a big argument about this the other day, basically saying, we have to go through all these other people's discovery now if they're going to be, basically added to our case. I mean, I don't think anything like this has ever been done before. It's completely ridiculous. And the problem is, what I want everyone to really realize is the problem is these judges. These judges are completely out of control. They are letting the government get away with whatever they want, and they're putting the defense in a box. It's basically the same way the left plays. The left gets to get away with anything they want. They don't have to abide by any rules, and we always got to play by the rules. And that's why, it's hard for us to win sometimes. And they're doing the exact same thing in this trial. All the rulings are unconstitutional. They're unprecedented. Our rights are being violated daily. I mean, it just came out not too long ago. I've always known, but we couldn't do anything about it until trial came. But they basically held me in confinement, and they incarcerated me for the last 27 months over a misdemeanor. And they lied and doctored evidence to make it look like it was a felony. I'm sure everyone's aware of the whole window situation. Okay, those windows were broken before I got there, and they just showed the evidence of it. My attorney Roger showed the evidence of it in court. I think it was last week. That there was a guy there at 2x4 breaking the windows out, but they didn't show that at my bond hearing. They didn't show that anywhere else. The government's been lying about it. They lied about it to all the news media. News media said I was the first one to breach the Capitol, first one to break the windows. They've been lying about this for 2 years, and now the truth finally came up that someone else broke those windows. So they were trying to they charged me with a felony just so they can hold me to tie me to these other guys. And basically, that's the force component they're using, trying to say that we use force to try to stop the election so they can charge us with seditious conspiracy. It's complete bullshit. It is just insane what's going on. I didn't even, Enrique and Ethan and Joe and Dak, I mean, they're all great guys. We've become good friends since we've been in the situation before. But here's the thing: nobody knows. I never met these guys until I met them at the courthouse, in the holding cell in the courthouse on the first day of trial. That's the first time I met these guys. I never had any communication with them. I never had any text with them. I didn't even know them. And somehow I'm being tied into this grand conspiracy to overthrow the government with people I never even met. And now they're mixing in more people we didn't even know. I mean, the trial is completely turned into one giant shit show. And I mean, at this point, I'm just amazed that it's still going forward. It's completely insane.
Well, brother, let me tell you what this is. This is the equivalent of them attacking free people. Okay, they know what the Proud Boys stand for. They stood for protecting the patriots and the Americans when they're out there doing rallies and stuff. And when their minions started to get their teeth knocked in, they had to do something about it. And January 6th was a trap. We know that. And basically they have to try to instill fear and try to get these people that are protecting these people away from being protected at these rallies in the future. So really what it is it's a tactic to try to get good alpha men to not protect these people so that they can attack them. And that's the leftist left wing, part of this government that's doing that. And we know what they're doing. They've essentially put you in a RICO case without charging you with RICO. And that's absolutely not legal at all, man. So we know that too. Everybody does.
No, nothing to do with illegal. They had absolutely no reason to hold any of us for as long as they did. None of us are in here on a capital crime. We didn't kill anybody. We didn't hurt anybody. And, when they first detained me, I was only charged with, 3 charges. They had no reason to hold me. But, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I can only imagine because our government is so fucking crooked at this point that, the DOJ and the FBI and whoever is in charge at the judge level, I mean, they had to have been conspiring on their own saying, look, you can't let these guys out because we're building a sedition case on them, right. Which is not how the law is supposed to work. You're supposed to have the evidence before you charge somebody with a crime. You don't just incarcerate them and then look for the crime. Everything that's being done is completely wrong, completely wrong, completely illegal, and it needs to stop. And my what I really want people to do is start, if they talk to their local government official, their congressman, their senator, whoever it is, start making it an issue of what these judges are doing, because someone has to rein these judges and get to the bottom of what they're doing, because it's not right. They're not following any type of law whatsoever. Yeah. I mean, anything goes in these cases. It's insane.
We got people doing that, brother. We absolutely have people doing that, man. And you're part of you are part of the biggest civil rights violation in American history, brother. So that's we know that's the case. I'm sure your mother wants to say something to you, man. Let me get your mom up here, and we'll let her say something to you, brother.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Mama.
I'm glad you're on here, sweetie. See? All the things I told you about these wonderful people. Now you finally get to speak to them. I'm not going to talk to you much on here. I want everyone else to talk to you. I love you, son, and I'm with you. Where's my
lady? Is she on here?
Your lady?
Yeah, Lisa.
Lisa? Elena?
Hi, Dominic.
She's at the bottom.
Dominic, hi.
She's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay, she's down at the bottom.
Well, let's bring
It
her
says
up.
where it says you're not.
Okay,
let's
bring her up here,
bring her
Helena.
up. Dominic, hi, it's Helena. I talk to your mom every single day, and I just want to let you know that you have so much support out here. There's so many people with eyes on the Proud Boys trial. You've got thousands upon thousands of people talking about it every day on these Twitter spaces. I'm very good friends with Enrique and Ethan and Joe, and so is Jen Lowe, and she's here too. And I know she probably wants to say something to you as well. But we love you, and we're here for you, and we support you.
Well, I want to tell everybody that I love all of you very much. I am super grateful, and I feel blessed to have so many fine American patriots. I don't like saying patriots because everyone's kind of used that word up. I just want to say Americans because right now you're either an American or you're not. So I want to say I am blessed to have so many fine Americans on my side supporting us. Reaching out to us. I want to let everyone know who has written to me that I am getting your letters. I do appreciate them. They are like gold in my hands. I know I haven't been really good at correspondence. I'm trying to work on it. Believe me, I am. These trials are just every day it's very exhausting to sitting there and just deal with these lies and just hear and to see the full weight of the federal government just trying to railroad you. So, by the time I get back, I'm really just exhausted. I don't really have the energy. But I am trying to work on getting back to each and every one of you. I promise I will someday. When my family gets into court, I'm going to make sure they get your letters so I can at least reach out to you at some point. I do appreciate it. I really do. Your words are very encouraging. They're inspirational. And just knowing that, we have so much support is what gives us the strength to keep this fight up. It's a fight worth having, and I've always said that you got to be blind to see the country's full on the drain right now. And this is our moment to try to right the ship. If we don't do it now, things are going to be completely screwed for our children, our grandchildren. And I've always said since day one, since I got here into this situation, that I would rather spend the rest of my life in a jail in here than have my daughter spend 1 minute in here. And that's what it's about. I mean, people, it's about sacrifice, it's about love of your country, it's about love of your fellow American, your fellow citizen. And we need to instill those morals into our future generations again of loyalty, honor, courage, commitment, integrity, and just all the things that made this country great that are slipping out of our grasp right now. We need to reel them back in and ingrain them and make them the bedrock of our society once again.
Yeah, right on, brother. Yeah, you're 100%. You got it, man. And it's not just Americans here, man, that are listening. This is family. This is a huge group of folks, man, that are going to be coming together, and we're going to be here for you for anything that you need, no matter what happens. We're here for your mother. We're here for your family.
I did hear that there's people from other countries on here too. I didn't mean to leave you out. If you're on here and you're supporting us, thank you. God bless you. I love you too. And you're right. It's not just an American movement; it's a global movement now. We can see that our rights and our freedom are being threatened across the globe. It's not just an American thing. But I believe that if America falls, the world's going to fall because we are that shining beacon on the top of the hill. And as long as we're there to inspire and encourage everyone else, we have a shot. This is ground zero for the battle for freedom right here, for our God-given rights. So just really, I am really blessed. I love all you guys. Like I said again, the letters are great. Keep them coming. I promise I'll try to get to you at some point. I just want to thank everyone. That's all. And I haven't really done a lot of speaking on here. It's nice to finally, get to talk to some of you guys that I've heard a lot about because my mother is pretty active on these. So man. Let's keep up the good fight. I mean, this is it. This is the one we gotta have. I mean, there's no place else for us to go. So.
Hey, we love having you on here. We've had several people on. We want you on anytime you want to be on here. We're on here pretty much every single day. And anytime you want to come on and speak your mind and say something and have a meeting with all these good folks, just let us know. We will bring you on anytime, brother.
Absolutely. I want you guys to be on the lookout. I'm going to be getting some videos released this week. I've got someone coming to bring those, and they're going to put an article on the gateway. It's stuff that's already been shown in court, so there's no it can be released. It just hasn't been. But we want to show you guys what the police did that day. You can see when the crowd was surrounding the stage there. The entire crowd was peaceful. You'll see over in the corner where I was, there was maybe a handful of agitators. I don't think these people have even been arrested by the FBI. They were pushing back and forth to the cops, pushing, bouncing off their shields, and then they would stop. And then they would start again, and then they would stop. And I want this video to come out. It's going to show after they stopped the second time, that's when the police opened fire and started hitting people in the face, hitting people in the head. And I could even hear in the audio, the guy that was shooting must have had someone who was a senior standing next to him. And instead of him, telling the guy, hey, you can't be shooting people in the face, you can't be shooting in the head. I mean, look at the side of the gun. It says, do not shoot in the face or head because it could be lethal. He's just like, oh, there's one, hit him. Oh, hit him next, hit him next. And they literally were aiming for people's faces. I mean, people hit the temple. Everyone knows about Joshua Black. He got, his face shot off, was bleeding everywhere. And, then it stopped and calmed down again. Everyone was tending to Joshua's face. You'll see me come up. I'm looking at the blood on the ground. I'm like, holy shit, what is going on here? And everyone starts pointing at the cops and yelling at him and saying, you can't be doing that shit. You're going to kill somebody. And then, one guy starts pushing with the cops, and the police just opened fire on us again, and it just got worse from there.
Yeah, we saw video of a police officer saying for every innocent person you're shooting, you're upsetting 10 people, and so they knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, there was so many instigators in that crowd. Even that guy that broke the window first, I found another video of him. He still had the tags on his Trump hat. He's got his hat pulled down over his eyes. He's got a mask on his hands. He's got a red shirt on. It's not a Trump shirt. He's got a brand new Trump hat on, like he just bought it just for that day to go in there and start trouble. He's never been arrested. My lawyers have asked who this guy was. The government won't even tell them. I mean, watching these videos, you can pick out so many instigators that were there that day, and I would love to just find out how many of them have actually been picked up by the FBI or even questioned. I'm willing to bet not very many.
Yeah, we've had that same question, brother, and they're skirting that question. They're being asked by Congress how many FBI agents were there and so forth, and they absolutely do not want to answer that question. We know why too.
No, of course. Well, I heard Ted Cruz probably a year ago asking the one lady, the assistant director, or whoever it was for the FBI, how many agents were there, and I couldn't answer that. I can't answer that. If it's it should be a simple question. If it's there shouldn't have been anybody there. If they're committing crimes and inciting people. So for her to say I can't answer that, that's just as good. In my book, it's just as good as her saying, yeah, there were people that are doing that.
Yeah. Well, we know what they did. They minimized the security. They put instigator police up front. They really put the police officers in a bad situation too. In the end, it was a setup, man. It was a big, massive Fedsurrection is what we call it, and it shouldn't have ever happened. FBI even said, hey, we need extra. Y'all need extra security. Trump even requested 2 times for National Guard. They said no, we don't need that. That's all Pelosi.
Well, we got to keep the pressure on them. Like I said, now.
You still there?
Hey, General, can he still hear us? Because Lisa just came up to speak to him.
Okay, go ahead, Dominic.
Lisa, do you want to speak to Dom, sweetheart?
Yeah. Hi, love. I'm here.
Hi, my baby. How are you? First time in the Twitter space, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy how this technology works.
I'll have to call in again at some point. I love you, baby. I appreciate you hanging in and staying strong, and I'm optimistic that we'll be able to get our family back together again soon. Let's just put it to you that way. Everyone knows how this trial's going. I mean, you can't even get a single left-wing media outlet to report a good story on how it's going. So, and everyone knows if the prosecution was crushing us, it'd be front page news every day. But instead, you got left-wing papers that are laying off reporters because it's been so boring for them. They have nothing. They really have nothing. That's why they're pulling all these crazy angles that they're trying to pull on us. It's insane. It's insane what they're doing. There's so much shit that they're bringing in that isn't even relevant to any of us. But the government's allowed to use whatever they want, and if we bring in something that even skirts on the edge of relevance, we get denied it. So It's a one-sided trial. It's corrupt. It's everything that we expected to come out of a DC trial. I'm hoping the jurors see right through this. We got a liberal jury, but I think they're even starting to see through some of the bullshit. Like when Bertino was on, there was a lot of them that were laughing and shaking their heads at some of his answers because they were just so ridiculous.
Well, yeah, just like that, that voice message he left me. He's an idiot. So hopefully they see through it all and you'll be home.
Yeah, well, he tells you that there was no plan. We didn't set to do this. It was spontaneous. They didn't want that in. That was a good find, babe. I think it's going to carry a lot of weight. But even they've been hiding doctor and evidence the entire time just to keep me in here, just to tie me to these guys somehow. That's been the whole plan. It's been pretty disgusting.
Right.
Well, I'm well aware, and when I get to come testify for you, I can tell him the whole conversation Bertino and I had on the telephone, and it doesn't add up to his testimony, so he can go step on Legos with bare feet.
Well, let's kind of keep some of that stuff to ourselves. This is being recorded, so we don't know who's going to be paying attention to it. So, but yeah, we've been watching it fall apart, brother. We have absolutely watched that guy. we paid attention to that, and we heard everything about that guy's stuff. It absolutely just. Go ahead.
And I tell you, watching him on the stand and just completely emasculated and turn on all his beliefs and everything. I tell you what, I'm definitely glad I made the right choice because I might have to do some time in jail, but I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror the rest of my life and know that I stood my ground. I still have my beliefs. He was one of the worst ones in all these messages and stuff. Patriot this, patriot that. We're not going to take this, blah blah. And
right.
They get him on the stand. I don't believe the election was stolen anymore. It's just like. It's like he's brainwashed.
A coward dies. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, brother.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it wasn't for lack of trying on the government's part. They tried real hard to get me to take a plea deal. They were even willing to offer me a 33 to 41 month sentence, but all I had to do was testify against these guys. I'm not doing it. I'm not testifying against guys. First of all, I don't know them. Second of all, I wouldn't do it anyways because it's not my style. And that's when they decided to supersede me and put me in this vicious conspiracy. So, they're threatening me with 20-something years, and it's just like, I'm like, come on,
Yeah, they've been doing that. That's the threat. That's the threat. If you don't do what we want you to do, we're going to add more bullshit charges that we don't even have the right to do. So that's been going on a lot, man.
Yeah. Well, I wrote a nice long letter a while ago about my idol, my grandfather, who he came here from Italy in the '60s and immigrated and went through World War II and helped fight with the guerrilla army and stuff. And the man was a rock. He was solid. He was just a badass. And I spent a lot of time with him, and I've always tried to follow in his footsteps. So that's where I got all my morals from, and I couldn't see myself dishonoring his legacy by turning into some kind of rat bastard and just throwing innocent people under the bus and siding with these corrupt deep state scumbags. It's just not in my nature. So I will be here to your swim. I'm going down with the ship, or I'm walking home a free man, one way or another. So
yeah, you're going to be coming home, brother. No matter what, you're going to be coming home. You're going to be coming home to a family that cares about you, not just your immediate, but you got a huge support group, man. You're going to have everything that you need, and you're going to be just fine, man. No matter what happens, God's got you, brother. And we pray every single day for your protection and security, and that the truth gets shown, and that we get all of our brothers and sisters out of these gulags, man.
That's the goal. The goal is to get us all home, and the goal is to get this country back to its level of potential that it did reach during the Trump presidency. And I've never been a crazy political guy, but I did see during President Trump's presidency that this country reached the potential that I always knew it could, and there was still room for growth. And it's just sad to see how far we've fallen within a couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Well, we got a couple other people up here. Got some hands.
Well, hang on one second, General. Dom, I want you to you're running out of time. I'm looking at the clock. I've been watching. So if you want to call back, We want to make sure that we afford that to you to be able to do that. I just
Yeah,
got a
please.
text message from David Summerall, and what he said was free Dom, with the OK symbol and two big hearts, one black and one yellow. So he can't join us because he's going to be there to help you fight for your freedom. But I wanted you to know that he wanted desperately to join you this afternoon. He just can't because he's going to be testifying for you. So if you want to call back, please, please do, because I know that there's so many people in this chat. There's at least 50 people right now, and a lot of them want to ask you some questions. So
Yes.
I just want to let you know that we're getting down to the clock. So please call back if you can. But we do have some questions. Jen Lowe's here. Jeff Hansen is here. One of Joe Big's very dear friends. We're all here. We're fighting for your freedom. And I just want to let you know, we know exactly what's going on in that courtroom. We're hearing all of it. Jen has been reading transcripts, so maybe she just wants to take a moment to say something to you, John. It's Jen Lowe.
Sure.
Oh, I think she may have got kicked. She just sent me a text message that
Got kicked.
she got kicked. Yeah. Okay. So I just call back if you can, but we got some hands up, so go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dom.
You want to call back?
No, you can say what
got
you want
a
to say
couple
until you
minutes.
hang
We
up.
might as well run the clock out. But
Yeah.
Rusty, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to let Dom know. I just wanted to let Dom know that there's a lot more people that are really waking up to what's going on to J6. Like CPAC has been going on this week, and the national news has not been covering it. But I've been streaming all the different journalists that's been covering it, and everybody that's coming up to them are asking them about J6ers and what's going on with that. We realize that our country is under a type of attack that it's never been before, and we're realizing that you guys are on the front line of that. So I just want you to know there's a lot more people that's fighting this on a lot more fronts than what you guys realize, and we know that you're on the front lines of it. So I just wanted to say that, and that we pray for you, and we wish you many blessings. And this is going to come out. It's all going to come out. What's done in the dark comes out in the light, and these people are going to pay. The people that are behind this, the dirty deeds, there are a lot of good people standing up. We got a lot of bad people that's in the party, and they're flushing themselves out. A lot of people didn't want to go to CPAC, and we know why. So I just want you to know you got a lot of people behind you, and prayers for you, brother.
Well, I imagine it as rats fleeing a sinking ship. So that's what we're starting to see here.
Yep, exactly, man. Yeah, 100%. We got Sly. What's up, man? You got something real quick you want to ask him? Sly, you're up.
Melanie, Andrea's mom has her hand up.
Melanie, go ahead.
Hey, Dominic, sweetheart. We're here for your mama, and we're praying for you, sweetheart. And we are your support system on the outside. I'm Andrew Griswold's mom, and I know what your mama's going through. And just know how much we love you, sweetheart. Please know that. And I say fighting, but we are fighting really hard for you out here, honey.
I appreciate it. I love you guys too, and just spread the word. I'm sure people know by now, but the things you've seen people do that day, it was in reaction to what we were up against. We were watching people being seriously hurt and injured and killed all around us, and the crowd, it was a tinderbox just waiting to go up, and it didn't take much. A few instigators and a few rubber bullets slammed in people's faces, and people felt like they were under assault. So, even with me, they're trying to. Everyone wants to think that me potentially allegedly breaking window was as akin to the World Trade Towers coming down. It's complete bullshit.
Oh yeah.
It was it was a misdemeanor at best, and it was incited by a bunch of law enforcement that were literally trying to kill people that day. So. I'm just glad the truth is coming out. I appreciate everyone here, and I'll try to get back in touch with you guys at some point soon. All right?
Yeah, you got 1 minute left. Call back if you get a chance to again. Right? I don't know if you got to wait 15, 30 minutes or something like that, but we'll be here waiting for you, brother. to talk to you again today. Yeah,
I can call back if there's more people with questions.
yeah, absolutely, brother. Please do. Please do.
All right, yeah, I'll call back.
Yeah, your mama wants you to call back. So do we.
Okay, I'll call back.
Yeah, please do. Just know this, man. You're a hero to us. No matter what they're saying, what these people in there say, what these courts say, brother. You and everybody else that was there, that were stuck in that mess. Y'all are our heroes, man. We respect y'all with the utmost.
I don't consider myself a hero. I just consider myself a man who loves his country and loves his family. And it just at some point, people got to stand up and do the right thing. So I'll call you back.
Thank you for using
Okay, brother.
Securus. Goodbye.
All right.
The caller has hung up.
All right.
Thank you for using Securus.
Okay. Well, that was a good first call. We'll get a good second call in here, and wow. Okay. Well, let's get some. Stan, what's up? We got your hand up. Go ahead.
I think Liberty was before me, but I'll be quick.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention just on the 17th of March, we're going to be in downtown Pensacola, Florida. I'll be working on another flyer that's a little more clear, but you can find the pinned tweet on my page there. I've got a pin to the top with the little flyer. We're going to be meeting at 221 North Palafox. It's right there in front of the government building. Of course, everything will be closed down. For gallery night, the streets will be closed off. There'll be a lot of people partying down there, and really great opportunity to get the message to bring our J6ers home out to a lot of people that are out partying in the streets for St. Patty's Day.
Okay, sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, I hope y'all have the ribbons to give out. If y'all don't have them, let us know. We'll make sure that we get you some ribbons that y'all can hand out and explain what they mean.
Sounds great.
All right, Jeff, go ahead. Oh, here we go.
Well, I was just waiting to talk to Dom, so I'll jump back on here when he gets on here.
Well, here we go.
This is a free call from
Dominic Pezzola.
an incarcerated individual at Alexandria Detention
Get your questions
Center.
ready, y'all.
This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
All right, we got you back. Good deal, man. I'm glad we could get you on here a second time. We got some folks that want to say a few things and ask you a couple of things, if you don't mind. Jeff, go ahead, Jeff.
All right, Mr. Pezzola. So I don't know you. I'm Jeff Hansen. I'm a friend of Joe Biggs. First of all, I want to thank you for allowing him to borrow your laptop for a few hours during court until he got his. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
I want to say you are a true patriot. I love you for standing up. I love you for not being a rat fink and not going against or going and pleading out. I'm at a loss for words here, but I'm so proud of you, and I thank you for standing up. I'm so proud of you, and we're going to get through this, and you guys are going to walk out of that court free men. I see this coming, so stay strong, and I love you, brother.
I appreciate the kind words, Jeff. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was something I could never imagine doing, was just cleaning out and taking blame, taking guilt for something I didn't do, and throwing people I don't know under the bus. And I'm really glad I did, because I've got to know these guys really good. Joe's a great guy. He's funny as hell. Rike's awesome. Ethan and Zach. I mean, they were trying to pit us all against each other at first. They were showing them all the same doctored video and everything else, and trying to get those guys a rat on me, me a rat on them. We all hold our ground, and now we're putting it together, and I think we're putting up a hell of a fight. So I feel good. I know the jury's a wild card, but at some point, even a liberal jury got a call when they see it. So I have a good amount of hope. I'm going to put it that way, that things will turn out our way. So, and we haven't even put on our defense yet, so it should get a lot. It should get a lot better. So
it only takes one juror, man. It only takes one, brother. Just one.
Yeah, I think we have a couple. I'll put it to you that way. I think we do. I mean, there's a couple that are completely against us that I can see just by the way they react, and the prosecution will make a point or something, they'll shake their head and agree with them and stuff like that. But there's a couple in there I think that will do their best to try to be as fair as possible. So only time will tell.
We'll pray that conviction on those folks, that they do the right thing, man, for sure. All right, we got another question here. Rusty Shackelford.
Hey, sorry. There was one other thing I meant to mention to you, Dom, is that the J6 stories, when they tell their stories in these groups, I've seen Democrats flip because of that. I just want you to know that I've seen that several times. So it's just such powerful story, and it really helps us on the bigger front to the fight. You know what I'm saying? That we're doing to try to take America back. But I was kind of curious if you could kind of give us any details as to how you're being treated in there, and how that's going, if there's anything that we can do for you, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was arrested fairly early, put it that way. January 15th of 2021. I came home from the event, put it that way. And, they started coming around. It's no secret now. So like I said, I was staying with a friend for a while, just trying. I knew I was going to have to turn myself up at some point. The other thing I was doing was trying to basically get my business affairs in order, making sure my guys had work. I had a great business that was doing well and supporting my family very well. I had 2 daughters in college, so it was doing good. I knew I had to try to do something that, keep supporting my family. So, I was just gone for a little bit. The site started harassing my wife and kids, so I ended up turning myself in. On the 15th, they took me right to D.C., and I was probably the 4th person there in the gulag. I think when I got there, it was Coy Griffin was there, Lonnie Kaufman, including Meredith. There was only a few of them there, and it was rough. What the DOJ did was, in the media, they spent all this time saying, this was a white supremacist insurrection. So what we're going to do is send all these people to a jail that's run 99% by African American guards. And we're going to tell them we're sending them to white supremacists. So they had no mercy on us. They would just wake you up in the morning, they grab you, slam you on the ground, slam you against the wall, search you. We were being locked down for 23 hours a day. We were being denied medication, and every time they would walk us somewhere, they would shackle us up and let the other inmates know that we were racist Trump supporters, so we'd be getting harassed everywhere we went. They would come in at night when they were supposed to, when it's nighttime, we're supposed to be able to get sleep, and they would bring like 5 guards in there. They would turn the TV all the way up, and they would sit there and be loud and screaming and yelling, just talking all night long, trying to deprive us of sleep. So it was bad. It was bad for a long time. I think the first 6 months we did 23 and 1 solitary confinement for 6 months, and then we did an additional 3 or 4 months in 22 and 2. Then they let us out for 5 hours a day for about 3 months, and then they locked us back down after that, back to 22 and 2. So for the first 13 months, it was ugly. I ended up getting sent to Lewisburg. After the first 13 months, that was, it was a lot better. It was penitentiary, but at least we had the whole block to ourselves. We were out. There was a few J6ers there. We could all, hang out during the day, talk to each other. I was allowed to see my family for a couple times. They were allowed to come visit. That wasn't too bad. And then they transferred me to Northern Neck for some reason. I ended up spending 5 days there. I ended up getting sick with the flu. I thought I was going to die there. I was definitely ill. They wouldn't give me any medicine. I had to have, people call and just, I was running a fever, had a cough, had body aches. I didn't sleep for like 5 days. I really thought I was in bad shape there. Then they pulled me out of there, brought me back to Lewisburg. I thought I was going to be, going back there. I was kind of excited because I was back to see my friends and, a better place with more freedom. They kept me in the hole there for 5 days. Basically, it was quarantine. It was a 10-day quarantine in the hole, but they don't give me any books, they don't give me nothing. It's just sitting there alone with your thoughts. And then they took me out there for 5 days, and they sent me to Alexandria, and I've been in solitary confinement again since I got here, which was in late October. So I would say out of the last 27 months I've been incarcerated, I would say a good 15, 16 of those months have been spent in solitary confinement.
So they attempted to kill you at Northern Neck, Virginia.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
I highly believe that in these situations, if some of us were to die, they would be just fine with it, because then they wouldn't have to worry about taking this trial. They wouldn't have to worry about their bullshit coming out. I mean, they're always screwing with my medications. Like, they just stopped giving me. I have what's called Barrett's esophagus, which is erosion of the esophagus from acid reflux, and it's a serious condition. I'm supposed to have it for you guys for every 3 years. I think right now I'm about 5 years since my last one, so I haven't had one. I'm just sending notice to my house that I need to have one. And today, for no reason, they just stopped my medication. So it's a medication for a chronic condition that if I don't have my medication for, it could cause cancer. So now I got to fight with these people again now and ask them why they're cutting my meds off. We're stuck in solitary confinement, so it's not like I can go ask anyone who's in charge what's going on and get it remedied. Basically, I got to put a request in, and whenever they get around to it, I get my medicine back. So it's just
Dominic.
It's just one thing after another.
Do we have permission to make phone calls on your behalf to get that fixed?
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that?
Sure. I have no problem with that. You guys have actually done it a couple times for me. It's worked. Last time you guys did all that, I actually had the watch commander come up here and apologize to me personally. So,
okay.
Yeah, there's definitely, your voices are definitely being heard. I'll put it that way.
Hey,
okay, we'll do that.
Dominic,
We'll do that.
I just wanted to say real quick, I know what it's like to have acid reflux, and if you can get your hands on mustard, it helps a little bit, but baking soda mixed with water, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just throwing it out there. If you can get help on it, it really does help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any stuff here, so I'm only 1 day without it so far. I mean, so it's not too bad, but I know it's going to be a few days before I get it, and I know by then it's going to be bad again. So, I mean, they have me on the strongest medication possible for it. So it's just they do everything they can to screw with you. I think it's all part of the plan to try to get it to plea out. I mean, I think the prosecution's seeing this case is crumbling before their eyes, so I wouldn't put it past them to do whatever they think they need to do to turn the screws on us. But it's not going to work. It hasn't worked so far, and it's not going to.
Yeah, it's not working, period. The narrative overall is falling apart out here too, Dominic. I just want to let you know it is absolutely turning upside down on them. This is not how they wanted it to go. America is really truly seeing the truth behind what they did that day. So just to let you know that.
And I've run into a few other J6s who were just recently arrested. I mean, we've been going back to the courthouse for so long. I run into a bunch of people, new arrestees, that after 2 years just pulling people in, and even they say, yeah, I think the narrative's changing. The truth is coming out. Just hang in there, really good. So it's reassuring to hear that some of the J6ers who were just being pulled in. And I've always I try to live by the motto, the hardest deal is always forging the hottest fighters. I tell myself that every day. I tell myself that, and kind of like my little mantra to help me get through the day. Just what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So that whole saying, good men or hard men make good times make soft men make hard times. So we're in that cycle now. So it's I'm really not too worried about this having any effect on me. I'm standing strong. So
yeah, man, you just keep God with you and meditate and pray, man. We're praying for you every single day. We pray for every single one of y'all every single day. Keep your head in the good book, and those answers will come out of there too, brother. Are you allowed a Bible in there?
I don't have one, and there's not one on the block. And unfortunately, this jail doesn't accept any books being sent in. So no, I don't have one at this point.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm most of my time is spent at trial, so I've got a lot to occupy my mind at this time. I've never been a deeply religious person, but I do believe in God, and I do believe He's on our side, and I do believe He will be victorious in the end with His blessing and His strength. And God doesn't give us anything that we can't handle. And if I was chosen for this, and if it was God's will, and let it be done. And you know, I remember when I was in D.C. and I was having bond hearings, I was praying to come home. I really was. I was praying to come home, but I also said, if it doesn't happen, then I don't get to come home. Just give me the strength to carry on. And so far, God has done that for me.
Yeah, he will. He'll carry you through this, brother. Yeah, keep the faith. Absolutely keep the faith. Helena, what you got?
Dom, I just want to let you know there's DC, there's prayer vigils at DC, at the jail. And there's so many patriots out there every single night. But I just got a phone call from one of the people that help hold those prayer vigils. And she's going to start having one at the jail for you guys, hopefully starting Friday. So they're going to be out there at least once every week, and it's going to be on a Friday or Saturday night, and we're going to get all of you guys connected, and any of the other Jan Sixers that are locked up in Alexandria Detention Center, her phone number, so you guys can call in. But I want you to know that that's in the works right now, because there's going to be a lot of patriots that are going to be showing up. Um, Also, David Summerall, I sent him that message, and he just wants us to chant freedom, freedom, freedom. We're all so worried about you, and we just want you to know you have so much love out here. And with this event that happened this weekend, it was CPAC, but really it turned into J6PAC with all the thousands upon thousands of patriots that showed up. And we had a yellow ribbon campaign, and it was just a sea of yellow ribbons. And there's just so much support for you guys. And also, Dom, I just want to tell you very quickly, I'm really grateful that you shared that laptop with my friend Joe. And I just want you to know that I really greatly appreciate that, because I know he's so far behind on Discovery. But I just wanted to tell you that. And I know Jeff's got his hand up, so I want him to tell you something as well.
Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, Dom. So I definitely hear what you're saying with the Barrett's esophagus and the GERD stuff being untreated, but you just gave me a new mission, because I've had that and it's been gone untreated for the last couple of years because of COVID rules and all that crap. And I definitely know what you're saying, because I just got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer last week. And so I'm definitely going to do what I can to make phone calls to make sure that you're getting your medication, because I know how important this shit is. And I don't want you to have to deal with what I'm about to have to deal with, because you're right. That shit left untreated leads to bad things. And if they are not giving you your medication, you just gave me a new mission, and now I'm going to start to fight for you, Dom.
Yep. Amen.
Well, thank you, Jeff. God bless you. I pray for you. I hope things work out for you. I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, these people, they just don't get it. I mean, they just play games with your life and these medical people happen. I got up against foreigners who half of them don't even speak English, can't even explain what you need and how bad it is and this and that. And it's just like, one thing I've definitely learned, and whatever voice I have after this is over, one of my biggest things is I want to push for some kind of jail reform. I know they have prison reform. We need jail reform in this country, because once you walk through the doors of a jail, I mean, you're no longer a human being. You're lower than a piece of dog shit. They don't care about you. They don't care about your rights. They don't care about your medical conditions. Nothing. You guys know, I had soy allergy, and it took them over 2 months to address that, and they kept trying to feed me, and I was getting sick, and thankfully you guys all called in and made a stink, and it got resolved, so that issue's resolved there, but they just don't care about you in there. You're no longer a human being once you pass the jail house doors.
Hey, Dominic, I want to do something real quick. Take about a minute. I want you to break down and consolidate everything that happened to you, how you feel, what they've done with you, your medication, and all that. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna put it on some shows that I'm gonna be doing pretty soon. I believe I'm going on Ted Nugent's show, and we're going on Diamond and Silk again. So I want to take what you're gonna say. So right now, I want you to put together your thoughts right now in about a minute and a half flat, maybe 2 minutes or whatever, and just tell us what everything, your experience, what they're doing with the medication, and what you have to say to the America. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can start. I can start right when I got to DC. First thing they did was they throw you out there for it, and they did not need medication for months at a time. And I was on my doctor put me on Cymbalta for chronic pain. So it's basically a psych drug, but it can also be used for chronic pain because it raises serotonin levels and it helps feel the pain better. Because I had a spinal fusion. I got 2 rods and screws in my back. I've had 4 knee surgeries. Kind of beat up. I worked hard my whole life. Military, football, boxing, all the sports. I think myself up pretty good. That's it. So the doctor put me on that. He had me on sleep medication and acid reflux medication. So I was about three different medications. And when I got to DC, they just stopped them. They stopped all my medication. They stopped everyone's medication. So basically, you had people sitting in their cells, locked down 23 hours a day, going through withdrawals. I remember I was sitting there, I was getting sick, my head was spinning, I was dizzy, I couldn't even get out of bed because they weren't giving me my medication. Coming off of something like that, it doesn't go away within a couple of days. It takes weeks for your body to level back out. So I was sick for probably a whole month before the symptoms actually got better. And then after we had people start making us think, they started giving me medication. But every time you get transferred, you got to go through this whole process again. So I've been to 6 different jails now. Every time I go to a different jail, it takes weeks, if not months, for them to give my medication. So the whole thing starts all over again with the withdrawals and getting sick and not getting medication. So that happened when I got to Lewisburg. That happened for a little bit. They gave me some of them, but not all of them. They wouldn't give me my acid reflux. They wouldn't give me my sleep medicine. Sleep medicine my doctor prescribed me, so I had to do all that the entire time. Luckily they finally started giving me something for acid reflux after I explained to them it was Barrett's not acid reflux. And she's like, oh, well, that's different. So they started giving me something. It wasn't what I was supposed to be taking, but it helped a little. And then when I got to Northern Neck, they weren't giving me anything. So I went 5 days there sick and going through withdrawal. I had a flu. I was going through withdrawal there from not having my Cymbalta that was on. I didn't get my sleep medicine. I didn't get my reflux medication. I mean, I thought I was going to die there. I really did. That was the closest I think I've ever come to dying. Then they transferred me back to Lewisburg. Didn't get my medicine there. So I went a good probably 3 weeks before, 3-4 weeks before I got here, before I had any of my medication. So I was in pretty rough shape. Luckily, when I got here, they got on top of some of the medications fairly quickly. It took me a while to get my sleep medicine, but they got me on everything now. So I'm doing okay medication-wise. Besides just cutting my acid reflux medication again today for no reason. I don't understand why. They don't really address injuries too well. I've had a injury in my foot. I was seeing a podiatrist before I got in, and they say like a bone spur or a tumor on one of the tendons and the nerve in my foot, and it was causing me a lot of pain. And it was supposed to have surgery on it, and if not, it left me with like permanent arthritis in my foot. So I've got that happening now because I've been asking for some type of medical intervention that they would not give me. They started giving me shots in DC when I was there, cortisone shots, and it tried to help with the pain. And they said if that didn't work, I was going to need surgery, but they didn't recommend I need to get surgery done there. So I'm like, I don't really have a choice, so I'm going to get it done. They totally didn't address it anywhere else I've been since then, and my foot, it's pretty bad. I've got pretty bad arthritis in it now that I didn't have before. So I got that issue. What was the other thing I was gonna say? I can't remember now. It's been such a long nightmare. It's hard to remember everything. And the longer you sit in solitary confinement, too, the worse your memory gets because there's just no stimulation for your brain. Right. It's crazy. If I think about it, I'll let you know, Eric.
What about your solitary confinement again? Break down the solitary confinement, brother.
It's insane. I remember when I first got to DC, sitting in solitary confinement like that, and they didn't give you no books, no tablets, nothing. You were there with an empty cell with a bunk, and that's all you had. And that was quite a shock, being stuck in 23 hours a day in a cell for months at a time with just no communication with another person, and that does damage to your psyche. I don't care how tough you are or how mentally stable you are. You do that kind of time in solitude with nothing to occupy your mind. It's it's gonna damage your psyche in some way, shape, or form. Luckily, I mean, it's sad to say, but I've gotten used to it at this point. I've adapted to it. At least here we get a tablet that we can call our families on, listen to music on, so it helps. This jail is being run by sheriffs, so it's they have a little more class than I would say over at DC, where they just have no oversight whatsoever. So it's not as bad here. Plus, I'm in court, with my buddies, 4 days a week, so we get to socialize. But I mean, the stuff that they're doing to us it's definitely insane. I know they did studies on the effects of solitary confinement on people, and just how even a lot of states have outlawed it because it's considered cruel and unusual. But the federal government does not care. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, it is absolutely cruel and unusual, and you've been in the military. The Geneva Convention even states that over 2 weeks of solitary confinement is considered torture. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, brother. Okay, well I'll get that together, edit that, and I'll put that together for the show. I'll get some pictures from your mom and make sure I get you on there. I did that with Lucas Denny recently, and I'm going to continue to do it with J6ers when we go on these shows. So I'll be taking your audio and pictures of you and your family and stuff, and we'll be putting them on there, brother, for you. Okay?
Yeah, it's too bad you can't get. It's too bad you can't get a hold of Ryan Sansel at this point, because they really did a number on him. He was my cellmate in. He was my cellmate in Lewisburg. We got to be pretty good friends. And I was in D.C. when they gave him his first beating, and I saw him the day after they beat him. And anyone who thinks that didn't happen or was a conspiracy theory is completely out of their mind, because I saw what they did to him. Eric, the man looked like he went face first through a windshield. Both of his eyes were completely swollen shut. They were black and blue. He had bruises all over his head. He had marks on his wrist from where they zipped at him. I mean, they beat the hell out of him. And from what I heard, they did it a couple more times. And now he's being denied medical treatment for blood clots, and right. He thinks he has cancer. And I mean, he's my friend, and they're trying to kill him, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's really pissing me off.
We're limited to what we can do too, man. But we've done it. We've done what we can. We'll continue to, brother. So just know that. We got a couple more folks in here. Let me get you Helena real quick, and then if there's any more hands, any more questions, please raise your hand right now. We're probably getting close to the end of this conversation too, but if you can call back again, brother, we'll stay on. We're here, man. We can hang out all day if you can. You know what I mean? So just if time runs out, brother, just get right back a hold of us. This is for you. This is all for you right now, man. So Helena, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to call back, it's totally up to you. And I don't want you to end this call without Lisa being able to say a few words to you. So, Lisa, if you just want to talk, it's totally up to you, darling. But go ahead and take that mic.
Hi. I'm home really sick right now. So I'm just kind of laying in bed and following along, trying to get some rest. But he knows that, and he knows I love him. And 22 years, I'm not going nowhere, babe. Like I keep telling you, I'm right where you left me, and that's where I'll remain. So.
And babe, that's part of what's helping me tolerate this so well. Is I know you're my ride or die, man. And no matter what, you're gonna be there, and we're gonna pick up the pieces where we left off, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves at some point when this is over. And I feel bad you got those kids in college to keep bringing home diseases for you and getting you sick. But I guess that's the way it goes, huh? Poor girl, she's got over the flu, and now my youngest one brings home some type of sinus infection. So she's taking a beating at home, but she's a trooper. I love you, baby. I really do. And I miss you so much.
I love you.
Dom, I also just want to let you know that we're going to start making those phone calls to the jail. When we found out that guard was just not trying to let you out to, get some food because they feed you horrible, awful food in there. Your mama called me and she commented, and she's like, we got to do something. So we picked up the phone, and I called the Alexandria Sheriff's Department, and I'm going to call first thing Monday morning. I'm persistent. And, we're just not going to let up until they do what they're supposed to be doing. And there's another organization that I just found out about. Apparently, it's the accreditation. It's the American Correctional Association. They just got an accreditation award, and I just found this out. I'm going to be finding out how come this jail got this accreditation award, this Alexandria Detention Center. I'm going to be calling first thing Monday morning as well. And I'm going to put a whole campaign together. We want to find out how come you guys are being locked up in solitary confinement and treated the way that you've been treated. And this jail gets an award. And this just kind of came on my radar this morning. So I promise you, we're going to get you guys at least in one pod like they are in DC and in Lewisburg, because you all just being locked up all by yourselves is just despicable and deplorable. So we're going to do everything that we can to change that as well. But I just want to let you know, Dom, I absolutely adore your mother. Her and I become really good friends, and I am now your sister because she has adopted me. I just wanted to let you know that your mama is so great. She's such a great lady. She's raised such an amazing man.
Yeah, she's a good woman. I love her. She's definitely a trooper. She's a warrior. She's been there since the beginning. Her and my wife both, and they've been a great source of strength for me. So I really appreciate them. But yeah, these jails. The thing is they're just so used to getting away with it because they lock up. Most of the people that are in here, they're poor inner city kids. They don't know their rights. They don't know that they're being abused. They just accept it. They deal with it. They don't have anybody fighting for them. And it's just, I try to tell them it's not right what they're doing to you guys. This isn't right what they're doing to us. This has to change. This has to change. And the deputies, the CEOs, they just get away with it because they have no one challenging them. And I think even they're amazed by the support we have and the things that we've been able to get accomplished just by having all you guys in our corner. So I do appreciate that. It is truly amazing. It's a blessing, and I love all you guys for it. Really do.
Yeah, we got your 6, man.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute left.
Jeff, real quick, fast. Okay, go ahead, man. What you say? What you got to say? Call back if you want to, if you can, too.
Hey, real quick, Dom. So your medical story really resonates with me because it's exactly what I've been going through. Does your back pain start from your lower left side and go up to your mid back?
Well, let's get into that when he comes back. Go ahead and say what you want to say, brother. You gonna call us back? We'd love for you to.
Yeah. I'll call you guys back.
Okay.
Just give me a few seconds.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Well, we'll save that. We'll save that question for a second, man. You can say what you want to right now until it hangs up.
Yeah, I got about 10 seconds, so I'm just gonna say I'll call you guys back. All right.
Okay, brother. Yeah, sounds good, man.
The caller has hung up.
All right.
Barbara, you sent me a text message, and you said that Dom was kind of making a little bit light of his health problems and his issues. What were you telling me about? He has a problem with his foot. What was that?
Well, I think when Dominic was describing everything that's, his health issues, what's going on, and he said he forgot something, and I'm just assuming that it's probably his foot. He's got a real bad foot, and since he's been in there, I don't know, Lisa would know better than me how many times he's gotten cortisone shots in his foot because he needs foot surgery, but they can't give him any more shots in it. And he's had problems with his hip, problems with his shoulder, and a lot of it with the hip and the shoulder is obviously the bad bedding that he's sleeping on, or lack of bedding. But yeah, he's got a real bad foot, and he knows that it's not a good idea to have surgery when you're in places like that, because he would get absolutely no pain medication, no nursing, nothing. So he's living with this terrible pain in his foot also. So I just thought maybe that might be what he was forgetting to say.
Yeah, probably.
If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
All right, I'm back.
All right. All right. Jeff, shoot your message off, brother. Go ahead.
Hey, I just want to say, so it sounds like your medical stuff is exactly what I have been going through. Does your back pain, does it start from your lower left side and range up into your mid back, and it's there like constantly?
Well, let's see. So I had a spleen fusion. You familiar with that? They do.
Sorry, you broke up. I didn't hear.
Yeah, we got you.
I had a spinal fusion. Are you familiar with that procedure?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. So, basically they fuse the two vertebrae together because there's so much instability that it's causing me pain, it's crushing the nerves, everything else. So I had that surgery done in 2011. I'm a pretty active guy my whole life. I had a commercial flooring business, was always at the gym or in the boxing ring or something. So a big part of it is just staying physically fit. I've tried to do stretches and stuff in here. But I got to be honest with you, the main source of my back pain is my glute muscles being tight, and it's the strangest thing. If you get in there, and you might want to try this. I don't know where your pain is, but usually if it's in like one of your legs, or your hip or something, it very well could be you have tight glute muscles. Try rolling those out. Try massaging those out. Get like I used to use like a lacrosse ball. It's got a little bit of squish to it, but pretty firm, and I would just roll on it and get those muscle knots out of there, and it will actually loosen up some of the lower back muscles, believe it or not. Try to do a lot of called piriformis stretches. We basically put when your legs up or at a negative angle in front of you, and put it on like a table or something, and lean forward and try and stretch it as much as you can. But through my my last 10 or so years of dealing with this, I have learned that most of the pain does not really radiate from the back muscles themselves. It's from the muscle around it being tight, trying to support that area. So as long as you keep those muscles strong and loose, it should help. At least it does in my case.
Yeah. See, in my situation, it's the opposite, where it's been my back, like my back muscles are tight, like all the time. It feels like I have like two ropes running around along the side of my spine, and I was rolling them out all the time. And I was going to my chiropractor like twice a week, and nothing was getting better. Finally, until he ordered some MRIs, and I went in, and he said the good news is there's nothing wrong with your back. The bad news is there's nothing wrong with your back. Which then I finally got a CT scan. That's when they found a big cyst on the outside of my pancreas, and then they found a cancerous cell on the head of my pancreas. So it was actually my pancreas that was causing all my back pain. So I didn't know maybe if you were in that same situation, but I doubt they're going to give you a CT scan, but you might want to get one. That's all I want to say about that.
No, I've been able to handle the back pain pretty well. Like I said, I try to keep flexible. I do, I do my planks and the side planks and stuff. I try to keep the muscles strong. My back doesn't, it has some soreness and tightness, but I found a pretty good system years ago to mitigate that. So I'm doing all right with that. The biggest issue I have is just this medication problem that they keep screwing with for some reason. So that's about the extent of that. But other than that, I'm doing all right, pretty healthy.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because if I'm not on my pain meds, like I can't function, and it's every 4 hours I have to take pain meds, and I can't sleep more than 2 hours a night because I wake up in pain, and then I wake up, take pain meds. It takes me an hour to go away, and then I go back to sleep, and I sleep for 2 hours, and it's the same cycle every night.
Yeah, I feel for you, man. I know what it's like. I remember when I first hurt my back, I couldn't even walk, and it was tough. I was still trying to go to work and still trying to, run my business and support my family and stuff. So it's not easy. When you mess with your back, it's your core. Your lower back is your core to your whole body, so you can't really function too well without it. And here, this place isn't the ideal place for anyone with back problems because you get to basically sleep on a 1-inch mat on top of a concrete slab. So it's pretty bad. But do what you gotta do, I guess.
I'm with you on that, man. I'm medically retired out of the Army because of a major back injury. So, yeah, I feel you. I feel your pain, brother. I've been there. Melanie, what's up? Got your hand up. Go ahead. Melanie,
hey,
go ahead.
Hey, honey, it's Miss Melanie again. Well, it's Mama Mel. I'm like a proud boy mama over here, and my son's not even a proud boy, but I just love you, and I just want you to know we love you. But I also wanted to say I'm asking for this entire family on here. Is there something that we can do for you, darling? What do you need? What can we get you? I have my neighbors are over here with me right now, and we are trying to figure out what we can do for you personally. Please let me know. I want to take some heat off Mom. Just let me know, darling.
For
And be
you, for your
honest.
mom,
Be honest.
for your wife, for your kids, anything, man.
Yes, the entire family. What can we do for you, baby?
You know, I've always been a pretty proud man. I've been working since I was 11. You know, from my boyfriend, proud man. I've been working since the age of 11. I've always supported my family. I've never asked for a handout. But, you know, unfortunately, this situation that every J6er finds themselves in, and, you know, I'm not trying to minimize anyone else they're going through, but, you know, the five of us have the entire weight of the federal government coming down upon us and basically trying to railroad us into a charge that none of us are guilty of. You know, they're not only trying to destroy us, they're trying to destroy our families. They want our families to suffer. They want my wife to suffer. They want my kids to suffer. My mother to suffer. You know, your letters are all inspirational. Those are great. I love them. The donations they're crucial. I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't for everyone's generosity, my family would be in some serious trouble right now. My wife, she was out of work. She was a stay-at-home mom. I had 2 kids in college. Since this whole incident went down, she was actually able to go back and finish college, get her master's. So now she's trying to work, but she's taken the last 6 weeks off because she was supposed to be a trial. And, you know, the government keeps pushing trial back. So now she's not even working now. She doesn't have a job. You know, anything you guys can do to help financially, tablet, commissary, or gifts and goes is appreciated more than any words could ever describe. I hate to ask anyone for any financial help. I always have. I mean, if anything, I'd be the type of guy to donate, not to ask.
No, brother, that's what we're here for. That's why we put this together. That's why we did this, so that you could tell us what you need. And so the tablet, the gifts and go, anything that your wife needs, we're going to cover that. So that's
honestly, my biggest concern is my wife and kids. I could sit and do with nothing if I had to, as long as I knew my family was taken care of. And my mom will even tell you, my biggest concern the entire time is I'm just worried about my wife and kids, worried about the money for them. You know, I mean, what real man wouldn't be worried about his wife and kids? You know, that's always been my main concern. I was the major breadwinner. I had a great business, making great money. Government destroyed that on me. They said they're trying to destroy my family. They actually tried to come after our house because I didn't get to pay my taxes the year I got picked up. But luckily, you know, me and my wife aren't legally married. She's my common law wife, and I was smart enough to put it in her name. So she was able to tell them to kiss our ass to not get the thing. And they backed up on that. So, you know, at least we were smart enough to do that. But, you know, the letters, anything you guys can do financially, it's just a godsend, and you know it's vastly appreciated. I would just only ask that you know, if you guys are going to donate to a J6er, please don't go through any third-party donors. The money is not going where you think it is. You know, my wife and my family have asked for help from a couple of the major, without going into any names, a couple of the major so-called sources of help for the J6ers have been denied for absolutely no reason. So just, you know, pick a J6er, and if you want to give directly to them, and that way you can make sure it's going exactly where.
I'm gonna need your mom or your wife to let me know who those organizations are, because I will
Yes,
go.
definitely.
I'll put my boot up their ass.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure they'll have no problem. We're actually still in a little bit of a spot with them, so
okay.
You know, we were promised over and over and over again. And then when it comes time to actually help out or get money for lawyers, and I'm still trying to pay lawyers. It's like, no, we're not giving to you. You know, one of the excuses I was given, the one organization wouldn't help us out because my lawyer represents another J6er that the person who runs this organization doesn't like. So for that simple fact there, my lawyer wasn't getting any money. I mean, it's just the most childish excuses. But some of these people are keeping almost half of the donations for themselves. It's not going where it's supposed to. I mean, a lot of it's a scam and it's a racket, and there's been, you know, a lot of people that have come out of the woodwork and have tried to just profit off of this whole situation on our misery and get their 15 minutes of fame and make it all about themselves.
Right.
It's disgusting, is what it is. It really is. I mean, you're either in this for a common goal and you're part of the battle, or you shouldn't be in it at all. And, you know, you should be trying to profit off of what people are going through. And it's not just the J6ers. It's our wives, it's our kids, it's our mothers, it's our fathers, it's you guys. I mean, everyone is affected by this.
No, you are correct. You are correct, brother. Helena, what you got? Go ahead.
I just want to let you know that we're going to do, Mama Mel and I are going to start reaching out to these big donors on McCarthy's list, on Marjorie Taylor Greene's list, on Matt Gates' list, and we're going to start making some phone calls and trying to raise some big dollars for you guys. And we're going to start with you and Joe because you guys are in such need right now of help paying your attorneys. We're also going to make sure that we get your commissary and communications filled, because it's too we know how important it is for you to be able to talk to your wife and your children and your mother. So we're going to take that burden off of your family. And I posted your Give Send Go link in the comments. But if it's better for us to go ahead and Cash App or Venmo because Give Send Go takes a percentage, we'll work that out with Lisa and your mom. But I just want to let you know that we're going to start raising some big money for you. And don't worry, we've got you. We've got you. I want to help take some financial burden off of your mother too, because this has been hard for all of you guys, and we know, Dom.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's that. I mean, I hate to make anything about money. I've never been the type of person to make anything about money, but it's part of the government's dirty trick is to put as much stress on you and as much financial burden on you as possible, so you can't. That's what it is. And if it wasn't for the generosity and the amazing support from all you guys and all the people that have backed us, a lot more people would be caving. I know that I probably wouldn't be able to take this fight. The distance it's going, and it's not in me to give up, and I want to fight them to the end. So your support has been amazing. It's been crucial. I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I love you guys. It's wild. It's truly awesome to see the amount of support we have. Just knowing that CPAC has got the kind of support that it's got for us right now, and everything you read and hear, everyone wants you to think that the J6ers are just the biggest assholes on the planet. You know what I mean? They're just a bunch of crazy insurrectionists. You got people who are in their 40s who never committed a crime their entire life, who served their country, who have raised families, who ran businesses, just all decided to become felons that day. You know what I mean? It's just, it's completely insane the narrative they tried to spin. So,
it's the destruction of our country.
Your generosity is appreciated. It's trust me, it's noticed by me and my family. I can't thank you guys enough, and I hope I live long enough to be able to thank every single one of you in person someday.
Yeah, me too, man. We're gonna have a big old party. We're gonna have an annual party, actually, after this. So we're gonna be getting together for the rest of our lives, brother.
You bet we are.
You bet you we are. Hey, Dom, I want to let you know, Zuni, Enrique's mom, is already planning a huge party for all of us. And we're all going to get together and we're all going to celebrate because you guys are going to be free. Uh, we're going to make sure that we put a lot of public pressure and continue these campaigns where we're changing the narrative, and we're going to make sure, and we're coming to DC. Your mom's coming, I'm coming. We're going to be there really soon, and I'm going to be sitting in that courtroom holding your mom's hand, and we're going to come as soon as we've got a date. So there's a lot of things that we're working on, but we're going to be here to support Lisa and your children, and we're going to start working on that very soon. Phone calls are going to start being made first thing Monday morning. There's a gentleman by the name of Sly who owns a radio station who has just joined us, and I think he wants to say something to you, Dom.
Go ahead, Sly.
Hey, Dom. This is Bad Boy Billy Sly, former Sergeant U.S. Army. How you doing, Double Dog?
Very, very good, Sergeant. Very good. How are you?
Roger that. That should cover the answer for that one. That's that universal type talk we do. Brother, adapt and conquer. And no matter what the outcome of the situation, continue to adapt and conquer and focus on how to value your life later and now. So no matter what the outcome is, adapt and conquer and just maintain that ability to think forward. Don't get stuck in there. Don't stagnate on us in there. And when you get out, hopefully one day I'll have the pleasure of shaking your hand and saying, man, you must have adopted and conquered, because I'm seeing you smiling right now and doing good. So just keep that in mind. You know the power of that, bro. You know the power of it.
Oh yeah, there's messenger seeds. Trust me, and that's one thing the corrupt ones in the deep state didn't really count on. Is that the longer they kept us in here, the harder our resolve has become. Like I said, my mantra every day is to just remember that the strongest steel is forged in the hottest flames. I keep that in my back pocket every time things get tough, and I remember that. And I really think they thought that we were all caved by now, and they see the support across growing, they see the people are helping us, taking care of them, taking care of, giving us the ability and the inspiration to keep fighting, and it's truly a miracle. It's inspirational, and it's definitely going to be a story to be told for generations to come. So I definitely understand where you're coming from there, and you ain't got to worry about me even or getting down on everything. I'm not doing well. I really am. So, we've come a long way since the first days of Gulag. Support is growing to the point where everyone will do the most here. So just know that the vast majority of it is staying strong, and we're not going down to the fight.
Hell
Roger
no, man.
that. But the funny thing about it is, I'm just going to say this, and again, everyone knows that I'm a really neutral kind of guy when it comes to the political side of things. So I'm going to put it this way. I do believe we have one of the greatest nations in the world power, needless to say. What they do is they forgot and discredit themselves in one area that they were kind of silly in, and that is forgetting how well we are trained in the U.S. military. And they taught us how to be extra than what we were before we got to that level. And my brother, if I know you were a Marine, then I know that you had to go through that training too. So they already trained you how to deal with it. So you already know what to do. You already know what to do.
That's right. And every one of us has served. You've always contemplated the possibility of becoming a POW and having to deal with something like this. I don't think any of us ever quite explored the possibility of it happening in our own country. But you know what? That's a good thing that they make places like Sears School and teach you how to go through. If you can handle a little warning, you should be able to handle a little military confinement.
Yeah, name, rank, and serial number.
Roger that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how much time you got left? Helena, you got the clock going there?
Yeah.
I lost track.
Yep.
Okay, about 10 more minutes. Got any more
10 more
questions?
minutes.
Bring them on up. Yeah, go ahead, Proud Mama.
Your mama wants to say something to you, Dom.
I just wanted to say this, and I want everyone to hear this, Dominic. I am proud of my boy.
That's right. That's right. Proud of you, boy.
Well, I'm proud of you too, Mom. You definitely you've basically given up your whole life to just focus on helping me. I mean, it's never anything I wanted for you, but I understand, and I do love you and appreciate you for it. So just know that.
I love you more.
This is wild. So, well, guys, this is ready to start dinner now. So I should probably go. I just want to tell everyone it's been an honor and a pleasure to talk to everyone. I love you all. I love you all dearly. I'm in awe of your support. I'm grateful and thankful. And I do believe together we'll become victorious. So.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. We're gonna get your story out. We're gonna help the family. We're gonna get you that tablet. We're gonna keep on putting in for you, man. We're gonna fight for you until you're free, and then after we're gonna party.
Thank you so much. I can't wait. I can't wait to have a nice cigar, nice victory cigar.
And actually, I am a steak perfectionist, so I'll be cooking you a double whiskey steak, my friend.
Oh, hey, I love whiskey too. Just my wife doesn't like hearing that too much, but I do love you a good bourbon.
It's cooked. Well, it's cooked into the steak, so it's good. It's all right.
Yeah, I like to have it cooked into the steak, and I also like to have a little on the rock.
There you go. There you go.
All right, everybody. Hey, it's been an honor. I love you. I will do my best. I'll try to call maybe once a week. Okay.
All right, Leatherneck, we got your back, man. Just come on back and talk to us anytime you're ready, brother.
We love you, Dom.
Love you,
Proud of
son.
you, boy.
Mama Mel loves you, precious.
Later, brother.
The caller has hung up.
Well, that was a good call. That was a good call. Wow. I'm glad I got to meet him and speak with him. You got an amazing son there. You absolutely have an amazing son there.
Thank you. I think so too. Of course, not that I'm partial or anything, but I think so too. I really am proud of him. He's been a good guy, since he was born. He was an easy baby. He was an easy child. He wasn't in a lot of trouble, and for this to happen, it was a shock, because I'm sure all these moms can say this, and their wives and girlfriends, it's not a fair deal that these guys and girls got. And I'm so glad he called, because he got to see firsthand what I was telling him about all you beautiful people and everything that's being done. And I'm so glad he got to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for being my family.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Yeah. We'll need to. All right. So we got this give, send, go up top in the nest, everybody. So this is our task for the day. I'm going to click on here, take a look and see.